All right, getting your dog to hold stationary commands, teaching them how to hold them. So sit, down, place with an implied stay. I don't say stay. I don't really know why other trainers do. I never, whatever, I don't care, but I don't. Just sit means sit until further notice, basically. Like, dog's working, it's got a job to do, focus on sit, hold it. That's it, is implied stay. But you have to teach it to them first. That's not an obvious concept, right? Dogs, a lot of dogs, they'll perform a sit, usually if you have a treat in your hand. But they won't hold it, they'll pop out of it. And the owner will be like, well, why do they do that? It's because you haven't explained it to them. This is how I explain it to them. Okay, so we're going to use 3 different tools here to teach it. The fam already knows this pretty well, but we're going to review it. And we're going to start with elevation. So platforms, could be place cots. You can use that table. Okay, those yellow boards over there, those are called polio platforms. It's like styrofoam, whatever. But anything that gets the dog up a little bit elevated off the ground. Shush. So is like another barrier to him moving, getting off, right? It's like just one more thing for him to do. So it disinclines him from breaking his sit. So passively, we're teaching him, hold that command, okay? The other thing we're gonna do, and this is a passive form of conditioning too, we're gonna use leash resistance. So right now he's got a flat collar on, okay? And we're gonna use that, and we're gonna kind of tug on it gently. And what that's gonna do, because they have a oppositional reflex. You ever see a dog in the car, they get wobbly, lean back, or a dog, people try to drag the dog and the dog leans back. That's because they get 4 legs. So same thing, if someone came up and pushed you, you're going to lean forward a little to keep your balance. With them, it's even stronger because they have 4 legs. So you can manipulate that in training. You kind of pull on the dog just gently, makes them lean back. And passively, you're conditioning the dog to hold their command when you do that. So we're going to reinforce sit with implied stay by using the oppositional reflex. And I'm also going to use a flexi for that as well. Okay, I'll use a regular leash, but this is why dogs pull for this. So there's that subtle tension, but if you know how to manipulate the oppositional reflex, it's going to be a great tool. So I'm going to use that to kind of tug on him. It'll cause him to lean back. What are you doing, buddy? Come here. Last thing we're going to do, pre-mac principle. Impulse control, delayment gratification. Little Johnny, eat your green beans and you'll get ice cream later, or a bite. Get on up. Get up. Good. Sit. Good. Just gonna tease him. And I'm gonna reward for duration. Yes. Give him his marker, release him. I'm teaching him there's something in it for you. Okay? That'll be the last thing we do. We're gonna start off though, rewarding with food. Okay, I'm gonna come back to him, reward him for 5 seconds, then 10 seconds. And instead of saying YES, which releases him from his command, I'm gonna say good. I'll come back, boop. And if he breaks his command, we'll just start over. Later, we're gonna get into corrections, okay? But this is the teaching phase, and that's what we're gonna focus on now, okay? Now, again, this is the beginning. We're going to gradually add distance, distraction, duration over time. But this is how we start, all right? Because we're going to teach him first. Then we're going to gradually work in corrections. Then the dog's accountable once they've mastered it. Last point I want to make. You got a dog that's struggling in any one of these areas, go back to teaching, okay? Especially reactive dogs, like dogs that pop out of a down or a sit. You go from a sit to a down to a sit around like another dog, for instance. Because you're getting excited, go back to teaching them this. Solidify those stationary commands and go back to square one in basics. I do that with all the dogs that struggle with behavior down the line in residency. Go back to basics for a little bit. I'll show them what I want. Then we'll get them around the dogs again, give them to hold their down, okay, or their sit or whatever. All right, so let's start with elevation. Bam, get on. Bam, sit. Good boy. Take a step. Praise. Good. A little bit of distance. Good. Now come back. Reward with pull. Good boy. You kind of hold your hand out a little bit. Very good. Good. A little tricky. So he's a little bit more advanced. I'd go slower than this normally. Although he's not great about when I go behind him. This is hardest. Sit. Good. And I'll use a negative marker. I'll warn, basically. So I say, or I say, nope. So we start over. You don't want to jump right into corrections. Good. Very good, fam. Fam don't need no leash. Alright. Does a star mark on? I'm going to put this on as flat collar. Get the fuck off me, you naughty freak. Fam, no, off. Good. Fam, sit. Good. Alright. Same thing. Now we're going to use leash resistance in conjunction with elevation. So leash resistance, I'm doing like 45 degrees and slight tension now. If you can see, he's leaning back. Then I'm going to come back into the reward. Good. Start gentle, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Distance. Very good. Good. Alright. Now I'm going to trick him. I'm going to pull, let it go. No reward. Pull, let it go. No reward. Pull, harder. Yes! The YES releases him from the command. Not good, okay? So you got to have that marker. You got to use the right words, okay? You got to have that marker conditioned in beforehand. Marker charges. Yes! He knows what that means. Yes. Okay, but that's a separate lesson. Sit. Good. Okay, so you can see him lean back a little better. Get a little dark. Look at that, huh? Good. All right. He's getting it, man. See if we can get this camera a little better. Oh, you little fuck. Way to go, fuck. Fuck boy. Bad boy. Naughty boy. Get up. Yeah. Lean back. Lean back. Lean back, motherfucker. Lean back. Good. Very good. Now. Yes, so doing good with distance distraction. Didn't do great. Sit. Good. Good. Yeah. Nope. Let's go. Good. Oh, the baby. Good boy. Good choice. Now we're throwing distance and distractions in. Elevation, leash resistance. Yes! Good boy. Now we'll do it down. A little harder, put him up higher. Up. Good boy. Down. Come on, down. Oh, don't fuck with me, dude. No. Come on, buddy. Down. Good boy. Again, we're out. So we're just going to start off down. Oh, down. So we're going to use two leashes. We're being a little fussy about compliance right now. Off. No. Down. Nope. Down. There. Let's go. Down. No. Down. Little punky boy. Do it. Start over. Come on. Get up. There. Down. Nope. Down. Down. No. Down. Oh. Nope, down. There you are, buddy. No, here, down. Good. Tighten that up. Good. Nope. Down. Good. A little more dependency there that I didn't create. We're going to work through it. Good. Now let's get it. Yes. Okay. It's a little sloppy there. That's fine. That way you can see some sausage making. He's just being fussy about compliance. No biggie. But he did well holding it. Show the process, and we gotta continue to clean that up, obviously. But that's fine. Okay, buddy. Film. Place. Now we'll just use this as place. Let's go, big guy. Add a little pressure now, just so you can see. You work that in. Place. Good boy. So now we got 2 leashes, and I'll use the flexi now. So now we'll start to add a little pressure if it gets off. This is a little easier to handle, this flexi. So we got this here where we're going to use a little pressure, this leash, and then this is gauging that oppositional reflex. Doing this, then I let it go, release the pressure. Good. Double positive, right? Good choice. Now watch this. This is my favorite thing to do, actually. I'm gonna let the flexi chase him. Put this down on the ground. Good. Nope, place. Good. No, place. Good boy. Okay. Good. Flexi chase. Slick, right? Beautiful distraction at a distance. You're getting too good. You don't get a reward for that one. You don't get it every time, I don't think. Yes. All right. Cool, right? All right. Last thing we're going to do, pre-mac principle. Now we'll start to make kind of a segue toward some corrective pressure here, okay? But we're doing it in conjunction with source of hope. Just he's gonna bite the shit out of this, right, big guy? All right, Bam, get on up. Come on, big guy, let's go. Bam, sit. Nope, sit. Good boy. Switch leashes. So it's pay to play. All right, he wants to play. He's got to hold that sit. I got this here in case he doesn't want to do it. Sit. So in the beginning, we'll just warn. Good. No, sit. Good. Yes. That's it, buddy. That's good. Good boy. Good. Up. Yes. Good. Up. Yes. Wait. Up. Out. Place. Come on. Bam. Place. Yes. Up. Place. Good. Place. Now, I would soon get into e-collar corrections for this. For now though, again, we're teaching. He's good with the e-collar corrections at this point for this, but as a demo, this is fine. Try something he likes even better. Nope, place. No. Place. No. Yes. Oh. Big stuff. All right, some slick little techniques. I don't think your average pet owner knows a lot of that stuff, and it's critical for teaching. So elevation, leash resistance, and the flexi is great for that, especially like flexi chase, and pre-mech principle, the tug. Okay, so pay them for a little bit of added duration, you know. So I'll show you again. Here, big guy. Look, now I'll do it hard. Okay, now he's on the ground, and you graduate to that. Sit. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna reward him for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. Sit. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Boy. All right. Then we're going to build more and more duration, and then more and more distance, and more distraction. And he's got to work harder for the reward. And then you're going to start to incorporate more and more pressure and correction in the training. But you start like this. Maybe a little pressure, but it's mostly pretty gentle. And you want to show them what you want first. They don't get sit with implied stay or duration. You got to teach them. This is how you do it.